Hi guys, it is 6:12 p.m. on Friday, the 145th day I'm doing this. The Daily Dose of Hope is actually downstairs at the moment, but I'm still giving you a daily dose of hope. And, my daughter's back, and it has been beautiful, like with her, but other things have definitely been very testing and very trying. And the reason I'm doing a video is because this is a commitment to myself. I've had a very rough several days, but it's not me, it's not my daughter. It's things that shouldn't be a factor, But what I wanted to say is some things I've learned is the facts are, because that's how I like to do it. And the funny thing is I'm going to say the facts are, but then I'm going to talk about emotion. But the facts are that I had a rough couple days, but that's not even accurate, right? That's how it felt. But what it really was I needed to release some tears. That's basically what it always boils down to. And the facts are that when I finally did do that, even though I didn't like to do it, and I certainly didn't feel comfortable doing it, and I thought, I don't have time for this and all that, the facts are I did have time. This is how the brain and trauma can play tricks on us, literally, and lie to us, literally. I did not, break down or any, like when I had stuff to do. I know how to do that. It's when I have, like when I'm actually trying to rest, right? So, but here's the things I've learned this week. Some of the things. I'm a real good mom, which I kind of knew, but that was like just showed me again. I learned that I need to have food available to eat so that when, I don't know if it's blood sugar, I don't know exactly what it is. I mean, I've got a lot on my plate, so that makes sense. But my point is when I need to eat, I need to just eat. And I need to not have heat involved, like basically danger involved, right? So by the time I realize I need to eat, it's almost too late to start cooking and to, chop things up, because I'm like going to faint, basically. And yes, that's kind of disheartening, and I need to get that figured out. But for the, immediate, I can tell myself, well, one solution is don't have anything for lunch, cook it beforehand, have it ready to go. So when you're like, oh, I need to eat, you can just literally stick it in the microwave or just even eat it cold. But you're not then over, a hot stove and, trying to, think critically and not burn yourself and that type of thing, right? Plus, my daughter's home, so I want to, it's just an extra, mental demand. And obviously she comes first. Another thing I've learned is that, at least initially, I think I do well with time blocking. So today, actually for 2 days now, I don't know if it was in a row at the moment, but I was like, okay, during this block, we're going to clean. And then, of course, you can, narrow that down and funnel it, right? But it helps my brain a lot to be like, okay, from this time to this time will be cleaning time. Because it gives, parameters and, boundaries to it, And that's just been it. That's going to be a game changer for me. I see that, because it's not even about getting the task done. As I said, I can be a taskmaster. But the problem is I don't feel, especially with revolving tasks, it's like if I do the dishes once and then there's more dishes, it's like my brain doesn't register that I actually have already done dishes, so it feels like I'm not making any progress whatsoever, which isn't accurate. So today we did it again where I was like, okay, we're going to start a load of laundry. I started the load of laundry, but I said while the laundry's in the washing machine. So it's like a defined, limited but decent amount of time, we're going to clean. And then when that load is ready to be switched to the dryer, that's our cue that we can stop cleaning, switch to the dryer, and then we're like done. And I think that's going to be a great system. That's what I need, because there's so much on my plate every day. There's no way I can do it all, and be present and all of that, right? It's just literally no human by themselves could possibly do all that. And I'm prioritizing my daughter, as always. So it's like, okay, how can I still feel like and see that I'm making progress in things so that over time, It's kind of like the idea, I always use an analogy of working out because that's something everyone can relate to. It's better to lift, a 1 pound weight every day than to not do anything at all, type of thing. Something is always better than nothing. The problem has been I can do massive amounts, but since it's not done, because it will never be finished, right? My brain's like, you didn't get anything done, So I wear myself out mentally and physically, and I don't even get the reward feeling. So anyway, these quotes are affirmations, and I'm just going to do a couple of them. I am worthy. Ooh, I like this one. I inhale confidence and exhale fear. And how about I allow my true self to flourish. All I can say overall is I'm just really proud of myself because I'm definitely having massive things trying to derail me from even just having a life I deserve, And I think of it like I have to think of the long game. I have to think of long term, but also within that, have long term goals, but immediate systems. And one of the things I've actually started saying to myself is, que sera, sera. Whatever will be. And that's not at all giving up. That's actually just surrendering, meaning I'm fighting the battles, the emotional horde that was kind of dumped on me and is still trying to. Because I know the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. And I'm dealing with people who are not doing the right thing, and it's not okay. Now I can't control them, but they also don't get to control me anymore either. And that is where the fear comes because of the abuse and stuff. But this is me speaking out. This is your fearful leader. I am not pretending to be fearless whatsoever. I'm not pretending to have everything figured out, but I have the important things, the really important things figured out. And once again, I see my daughter flourishing because of that. And that's something I will fight for, So I'm really tired at the moment because I faced a lot of big fears today. and I took care of her, and, you know, all of that. But I'm proud. I'm proud of the work I've done today. I keep telling myself, you've never lashed out. So if it's either crying or having to sit down or lashing out, then you're actually doing the right thing, even though, you know, we've been conditioned to think there's something wrong with that. Yeah, it's just been really some deep stuff going on. I just keep reminding myself I at least have the same rights as other people, you know? So I might not get treated that way, but that doesn't mean I don't, and that doesn't mean you don't either. So this is just, once again, me speaking out to hopefully help someone else. Just remember, you are the sky. You were here yesterday. You're here today, and you will be here tomorrow. And you deserve to be here every single day. You know, I was telling my daughter, because she was like, is it weird that I like this? Is it weird that I said, I looked her in the eye and I said, you are perfect the way you are. Like, you get to just like the things you like. That's it. You know? And it's just incredible when you see people who do have that support and they're just free. Like, they show their true selves and they're accepted and loved for who they are. And they just get to live a free life and shine their light. And that's what I'm like damned and determined to do. And I know every time I face a fear, every time I feel an emotion and I let it go, like I let it move through me, I'm not only rewiring it for myself, but I'm transforming that so I can continue to spread the positive energy that I actually want to and that I care about, you know? I'm just not someone who can purposely do the wrong thing, you know? Or like half-ass something. It's just not what makes me happy. And I think the more awareness you have, the more that when the same trash comes around again, you're like, no. Like, no. No more. Anyway,